Bitch, for sure. Listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm in the care I gotta do these some motherfucking responsibilities. And we're gonna talk about today's energies and shit. Now, today's energies, the sun's still being in Scorpio, and it's getting ready to be happy flight day for all Sagittarius in the next few days. So we're getting ready to experience the cusp energy of the Scorpio, but not today. But for the most part, today is on the last degree of being fully into Scorpio. Now, today's moon is an Aries, so I like to call today dark passion. Dark, so the day even may appear to be dark and gloomy to you. You know what I'm saying? And not only as the weather, but as far as the energy signatures. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel like dark and gloomy. But here's the thing: the moon always motivates the sun. You see what I'm saying? So the moon is like the mother. The moon is like the female. You know what I'm saying? If you a guy, you know what it's like to have your female working all day and shit like that while you at home watching the kids. Like, you almost like a bitch ass nigga. What you need to understand is she needs to be at the crib and you need to be going out working or doing this, that, and the third. So the female is supposed to motivate the man to get up off his ass and go be an entrepreneur like he's supposed to. And bring that back to the support, which is the home and the family, aka the moon, the mother, the fourth house. So and the female. So, the moon is in Aries. So right now, we're being forced, or we're feeling the energetic frequencies to react and respond to initiating and creating new ways of how to see and feel about what? Wherever the sun is at. Now the sun is in Scorpio. So the energy signature got us in a force field of reacting and responding to initiating and creating new ways of how to see and feel about things that's taboo. Things that people don't usually talk about. You know what I'm saying? Things that's behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Things that's dealing with alternative motives. See, when we talk about the first and the eighth house, they are connected. The first house is everything of the eighth house externally. So the eighth house is like your deep self, your deep personal issues, your deep desires, your deep motives, your deep passions, your deep alternative motives. So when a person goes through great lengths just to get their deep desires, it turns into manipulation. Because you're considering someone else, you're considering shared values, aka someone else's talents or someone else's possibilities, and you're trying to use that to get from point A to point B for yourself. So that's the manipulative lie and cheating side of the eighth house and the feminine side of the first house. You see what I'm saying? This is why the first house came second, the second coming, because it's the masculine portion of this energy right here. And when we want to talk about also, when we want to talk about motherfucking the moon motivating the sun. Now the moon is the motivator, so it's like the negative charge. So it's the receiving end. So for the most part, the masculine plays as the output. It plays as the pushing out. It plays as the actual plug. But without the socket, you know what I'm saying, there's no use for a goddamn plug. So for the most part, the socket right now is forcing us to react and respond to initiating and creating new ways of how we see things. And the things that you need to be initiating and creating new ways of how to see and feel about is scorpionic type things, which is intent, alternative motives. You know what I'm saying? So right now, what this actually means is, don't be too quick to hold on, put this phone down real quick. The goddamn boys I'm turning right in front of. But yeah, right now, don't be putting yourself in a circumstance or a situation where you're prejudging. You know what I'm saying? That's what that actually means. I had to put the phone down real quick. But yeah, prejudging. Now, don't put yourself in a situation where you're prejudging, because you may have the wrong idea about it. The way you feel about it may be wrong. So you have to initiate and create a new way of how to see and feel about it. Even if you really are right. If it's a negative feeling or emotion, that should be the one that you should initiate and create a new way of how to see and feel about that. You see what I'm saying? Because therefore, even though someone else purposely put you in a negative state, you don't have to be in that negative state. So for the most part, that's how it will play out. So even if you are right, still initiate and create a whole new way of seeing and feeling about whatever fixated emotional state that you are in at the moment, or whoever else is in. Because you're going to go around a lot of other people and feel auras. You're going to feel vibes. And you're gonna be like, damn, why do I feel this motherfucking vibe? Why do I feel this motherfucking aura? So initiate and create a new way of how to see and feel about that motherfucking aura that you are experiencing at the moment. And therefore you are acting in the energies that you're supposed to. Now, if you just going up, you ain't watching Archangel Uriel and you ain't into astrology or flight astrology or anything of that nature, you're just gonna be going along your own energies. And like, let's just say your sun, moon, and ascendant is in motherfucking Taurus or Libra. Then motherfucker, you're gonna be acting out in your own favorable way, and it's going to be portrayed in a negative way. So you're going to get negative responses. You're going to get responses that's not in your favor. Just because you ain't into an astrology and you think just because that Libra and Taurus energy was favorable last week or last month, that you think that you can express that love in that earthly way or in that communicative way, and it's going to automatically work. And that's not going to work. Definitely not today. Being too loving, being too giving, and too relatable communicative wise is actually a detriment right now. People will look at you like you're too gullible, like you're passive. Can't do that when the sun is going through Scorpio and when the moon is in Aries. And then vice versa, when the sun is in Aries and the moon is going through Scorpio. Can't do that kind of shit. Can't do no Taurus and Libra shit. Unless you want to experience some bad repercussions from it, but that's on you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about working with the energies. You got to close that off a little bit. During these times, Libras, you got to get more into yourself during these times. You know what I'm saying? Being too relatable and too passive, you will end up getting the short end of the stick during these times. And Tauruses, you have to be careful also, because being too given with your material because you don't want to say you love someone. So for the most part, you want to give a person something that you actually care about. Therefore, that's the representation that'll let this person know that you actually do care. You can't be too giving right now, because you will go broke, and then when it's time for you to have your hands open, no one got nothing to put in your hands, and you didn't gave all you can. So that's what I'm saying. You got to be a little bit more careful right now for people who got a lot of Venus energies. But for the most part, yeah, I'm gonna stop this motherfucking video and get the fuck out the motherfucking the system. Aha, goddamn flight boss bitch.